colonization of Mars and to thrive. So let's just jump straight into it. Yesterday I managed to get things stabilized while we were chatting. I didn't pay I didn't pay as much attention to what was going on and what I should have done, and let a few things
Resources are low.
let a few
Sector
things
scanned.
go awry. But towards the end of that, when chat had calmed down a bit, then I paid a little bit more attention and got things back in the straight and narrow. Certain resources are still a little low, but that was expected. I mean, I managed to get the concrete and the metal, which we were like in really dire need of, back up. We have the excavator and the mow hole built. This one's still in the process of getting upgraded to its first expansion. This one's already had it applied, so we're going to have more than enough concrete to go forward. It's just a matter of time after we set this factories. So we have large electronics manufacturing and machine parts manufacturing. That should all start to balance a little. Seeing as we just have to wait for the universities to pump out people. I brought in a whole bunch of new people from Earth. I got like three full rocket loads of people because I needed literally like 100 and something engineers here. Oh, and I have a telephone call. One moment. And I'm back. That's just one of the drivers. Still have a little bit of work on the go. Oh, and we have a viewer. A good evening. So yeah, we just have to wait for things to stabilize a little. And the next phase of expansion, I'm definitely only going to do, unlike this, unlike this expansion, I'm definitely only going to do this phase of expansion when I have a nice stable base of resources. Because the thing that really threw a wrench in the works is I didn't properly plan for just how much this was going to suck up. And although I did originally start off with a lot of concrete, I started to export that for food and polymers. And by the time I just had it whenever there'd be a notification that someone would want to trade, I just accept it all the time, and I wasn't paying attention to the figures. And by the time I copped on, the God knows I'd normally have around 1,500 or 2,000 concrete that had basically worn away from all of the exporting I was doing. So that caused me a bit of a problem. But yeah, that was just me not paying attention. But we worked through it, and now it's all balanced back out. It's all good. It's all good. And yeah, the next phase of expansion, once I have a nice stable base of resources, is definitely going to be another megadome. But I'm going to dedicate that to farming. It's going to be obsolete. So then I'll when terraforming has reached a certain point and I'm able to use open farms. Once you have even just one open farm up, you can quite quickly get to ludicrous amounts of food. Yeah, yeah. But until then, I'm going to have a mega dome that's dedicated to food production. And then once I have the open farms up, then we can just repurpose that dome to tourism. So I want to keep that in the area. I want to keep that up here on this plateau because eventually I'm probably gonna get rid of these once this. Yeah, that's going to be within a relatively short space of time. I want to make the plateau up here the mainstay. So, seeing as I've already got the mohole miner down, I don't really need to go, running looking after uh, resources down below further up. Because what I was originally going to do is make little satellite mining outposts, put like a micro dome down near deposits and have little geologist mining outposts, but I don't really need to do that anymore, seeing as the molehole miner is now up and running, and that's going to be churning out more and more as time goes on, as we manage to upgrade it. So yeah, it's going to be getting food and terraforming done, and then basically concentrating on tourists until we can build ourselves a capital. Then it will just be going. Then the final thing will be just going through the motions to get full terraforming, and this playthrough will basically be done as long as as long as I actually have the artificial intelligence uh, mystery done by that time. I'll check the achievements on Steam to see if we actually unlock that yet, but I don't think so because we're still getting these Sentience 2.0 complete the artificial intelligence mystery. Now that's still grayed out, so I haven't got that yet. Sometimes I miss the in-game notifications. We're basically working to get that on this playthrough, and then the next one, I'm already looking forward to it. I'm pushing hard to get this one done. The next one came from a suggestion from uh, someone watching who stops by from time to time when we chat. The 1075% difficulty challenge setting, where you go to 41 north, 111 west, and set everything to like maximum to make it as difficult as possible. And we'll do that. But then he gave me a list of suggested mods, but not gameplay changing mods, just things to make your life easier. So you can, like, what's this, construction show map sectors, so you can actually, when you're building, you see the catchment zone kind of thing. It doesn't, when you're building something, it always shows the catchment areas of different things, which is just it just helps with spacing things out and planning things out and building properly and enhanced landscape. I haven't had a look at it yet. I'm assuming that's going to enhance land gen or possibly terraforming. I'm not sure. Yeah, and things like that. It's similar to that. That just make just logical additions. That probably should be in the game to begin with, but not anything game changing that makes it easier. Because we're going on the most difficult settings for a reason. I don't want a whole bunch of mods that are going to make life simple. Yeah, I still want it to be a challenge. It's just I've never used mods before, and I'd be interested to see what it's like. But yeah, let's get on with it here because we have a homeless person. Why do we have a homeless person? There's 104 resident. Oh, he's not homeless anymore. Okay. Instead, he's now jobless. Oh, he's moving, it seems. Okay, good. I like it when they take care of themselves. And I really need to do something about this power situation because I can guarantee that 280 power is this sucking up and not that one because that's not sucking up some more. What's sucking up such a ludicrous amount of power? And it's going to be because of the cold wave. I'm just wondering what things power usage increased so much that it is so high because we basically had like positive 100 and something power, and then the cold wave hit and it increased, which is obvious because things in the cold use more power. It's just that that still produces the same amount of power even in the cold wave, so it's not that that production has gone down. That doubled, but that only accounts for 40 power because it usually uses 40 power and now it's using 80. That's okay because it's heated. Yeah, look, it jumped up to 314 there for a moment. We've still got, what is it, 200? Yeah, we've still got like a day's worth of power, but I need to solve that. I need to find where that power is disappearing, or quickly get a number of extra producers online, because I did want to continue expanding this, but I wasn't expecting to need to do it so quickly. It's not going to be nearly enough, but we're going to have to. Oh, if I put it there, then they'll just remove it, won't they? Drones will come along and remove it. And there. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Yeah, so even that's not enough yet. I'm all power and water wise. Well, the main things for survival: power, water, and oxygen. I'm always into overkill. That's the one thing where I'm totally okay with overkill. Food. Oh, I have births turned off here. Why did I do that? We don't want to do that. Oh, maybe because the nursery was full. Yeah, I remember now. I turned it off because the nursery was full to overflowing. And of course, the drones, constant bane of my existence. Let's get rid of that for some money, and that for some money, and that, and that. And that's a nice, sweet $2.4 billion. Billion, son, with a B. 99 metals for 50 polymers. Well, I don't need the metals anymore, so thank you, but no thank you. What? I'm still perplexed. I'm still perplexed. I've gone through a number of cold waves with, these things and this being out in the cold and all this being out in the cold. And I've never had that kind of drastic change. That's really that really got me perplexed as to what the hell changed for that to spike so much. Because look, honestly, that isn't it. Upgraded, that consumes 60 power. Yeah. So at the point it is now, it's consuming 40 power, which is doubled because of the cold wave. But then that doesn't account for the entire spike. Anyway. Anyway, what do I have in the way of research? I've got the. Oh, I took the fusion things out, didn't I? Because I wanted to get this number 6 tracing done and the farm automation. So when that's done, we'll put back. Where is it? Did I do the actual fusion reactors? I think I did the fusion reactors already. In the is that in engineering or was that in physics? Yeah, I've got the fusion reactor already. I just need the fusion auto regulation. But my favorite with the fusion is if you manage to get the breakthrough where I can't remember what the breakthrough itself is called, eternal fusion or something like that. I don't know. Where you don't need any workers inside at all. That's my favorite. Well, sitting around and waiting for those to get done isn't going to solve our problem. And by the looks of it, we're also going to need a bunch more machine parts anyway. And seeing as the circuits also seem to be down again, we'll bring some of those in as well. Yeah, and as long as we're taking care of rockets, we'll bring in a little bit of food to take a bit of the load off. So I brought in 400 food just before I saved, but that 400 is already back down again to nearly 300 because these just aren't picking up the slack yet. It's got low soil quality and there's few people working in there. It'll increase, but even that is going to be like 180 ish food every was it 5 sols? 5 sols, which isn't nearly enough to keep up with the consumption, which is why I want to make my next expansion a farm dome. And I definitely want it a mega dome because I put this test tourist colony inside of this the Mega Trigon dome. Is it a Mega Trigon or just a Trigon? I think that's the Mega Trigon, isn't it? Yeah. I put that inside the Mega Trigon, and I'm not disappointed, but I could definitely get a hell of a lot more out of it, given the number of tourists I can bring in now. If I had a Mega Dome that was dedicated solely to tourists, I could probably bring in like 120 tourists at a time and handle them no problems, just in that one mega dome. But that's something we're going to have to work up to. So I'm going to use it for farming, yeah, and then at the point it becomes the farm dome becomes redundant because the terraforming is high enough to have open farms. We can then convert that to a tourist dome. So we're only going to need to hopefully build and sustain one more dome before we get to the capital. Because for the rest, it's just going to be making resources and getting some of the planetary anomalies done, so we can like nuke the polar caps and capture asteroids and things like that. And why is an engineer when factories are screaming for engineers unemployed? Can you tell me that? Riddle me that. Okay. Yeah, look, just since I've come on, it's gone up uh, at least 100 concrete. Not that, that. Yeah, we're cutting it close. We've got about 15 hours worth of power. I know I should be working on it. I'm just thinking. I just need to think a little faster. Because the Stirling generator isn't really a solution either because of the electronic situation. And the solar panels are only a solution during the day. I don't want to put in any new solar panels. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. I'd have to put in 6 of those anyway, and that's 240 metal, and then we take a big chunk out of our metal. Yeah, I'd much rather use these and just it's going to come down to the wire for sure. I mean, worst case scenario, that's now upgraded. There you see, minus 248. It's been minus 248 for a while, and now this has jumped up from 80 to 120. From 80 to 120, and that still hasn't been significantly adversely affected. It's like, what the fuck? That hasn't spiked again since that thing came online, or the upgraded version came online. Where are you going? To attack yet another moisture evaporator. Go on then, son. Do your worst. Because, yeah, it's obvious that all of these are consuming double power, but that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 extra power here. That's not a nearly 300 power spike. Yeah, 60, 70, 80, and then add that to another 80. So yeah, and now it's gone. It's gone down again. Oh, because these started to come online. Okay, calm down, calm down. Yeah, but it still doesn't account for the spike. It absolutely doesn't, and I really don't get it. Well, seeing as we have water and power there, and that is going to be a recurring thing, obviously, we'll put. Is that going to extend out to the end? I bloody hope so. We'll put one of those there. Oh, not there. There. Yeah. And then we'll put one. Where will we put one? We'll
Sector
put
scanned.
one here that we can expand. And then we'll put one. It needs water. So that's going to be. It's going to have a lot of extra overlap, but at least that will help with that area. Yeah. 10 hours. Yeah, no, that 10 is probably extended to 11. 10. But an hour passed in the meantime, so. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Hang on. No, they're also within a heater's range, and that doesn't take up a significant enough amount of power to account for that kind of excess. For a minute there, I thought maybe these were all stuck out in their cold. We'll
Funding received.
increase that just to further decrease the number of things that are out in the cold. Yeah, number 6 is being a little throwing his temper tantrum. But at least the number 6 research will be done soon, and we'll see what happens there. Yeah, that area needs to fully thaw before that will go back down to 10 instead of 20. More rogue drones. Oh shit, fuel refinery. You cunt. This one. Which universal depot are you trying to get at? If it's that one, moisture evaporator, don't care. Fuel refinery. No particular destination. Okay, so it was that universal depot. He went for a moisture evaporator. Why am I not surprised? New Messiah. There is a religious prophet trying to convert our colonists to a new cult. This person from the colony of India claims to be a messiah and a miracle worker, gathering an increasing number of followers with each dome visited. Now, this person decided to come to our colony and convert it to the true faith. The prophet wants your colonists to repent and change their wicked ways. I don't want renegade colonists, and I don't really care if the few religious colonists that I have take or if we lose 10% of the religious colonists we have, because we don't have that many, and they can get wrecked with their new religion. Honestly, honestly, yeah. Oh, that's the fuel refinery. Which one? I don't know which one he's going after.
Research complete. The scientists over at NetSky had made a god. Only fitting they'd be the ones to bring it down.
Okay, the analysis on the broadcast transmitted by number six is complete. It was quite hard, as every time we received the signal for analysis, the code transmitted tried to reproduce itself and contaminate our systems. We've lost quite a lot of hardware this way. Number six transmits signals from several locations in the sector. The locations are swarmed with thousands of electronic transmitters, which are carefully and stealthily placed there. We suspect that the AI landed repurposed. Oh, okay, landed as in acquired. Landed repurposed parts of used orbital probes during rocket flights, concealing the shipments as gas exhausts and orbital debris. Okay, whatever. The installations are intermixed with the sands and stretch meters down. The explorers have to rifle through every subsurface layer of the soil to get rid of the system. It appears that these are the hardware installations where the AI's database resides. We'll analyze the fuck out of those things. Yeah, look at that all over the show. Hopefully we can get them all done before another rogue drone attack happens. And what we will do is, even though they'll be redundant afterwards, I'm going to use explorers. Where are we? Pod. We've got the money. Yeah, I want to get this thing done. Get him purged from our system. We gave him freedom, and he chose to poke us in the eye. Now I've got a bigger stick, and we have two eyes anyway. So we've at least still got one good one. Okay, we managed to mitigate the power situation, so we bought ourselves a little bit of extra time, but it's probably going to absolutely come down to the wire. We've now got we've got now got roughly 6 or 7 hours worth of power left. And it's really only going to be it's going to be better to get rid of the root cause, yeah, which is the increased power consumption, than it is to just try and hurriedly build a shitload of power consumers. This was just I was going to expand this anyway, yeah, and another moisture evaporator, another fuel refinery. You want to get wrecked? Yeah, we can further help the situation by turning those off. Yeah, yeah. Now we've gained another couple of hours, and if the drones and shuttles can get the parts to the heaters that we built within a decent enough space of time, that should assist. We'll put another one down here. I didn't want to put one down here because I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to be getting rid of that soon anyway. Which one did he get? Another moisture evaporator. Fair enough. It would be a crying shame if he went for the fucking mohole. Can you imagine that? Spending all those fucking resources on the mohole and he goes for that. It's a shame we can't target them with the MDS lasers. Put MDS lasers up on the top area. I did. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, and for six, you've got to be shitting me. Go and repair him, please. Here's a good thing: we started to bring in more explorers. We'll put them all on automated mode, and he can attack whatever the fuck he wants. Where is that guy? Oh, all the way over there. Isn't that great? What are you going for? Moisture evaporator, farm, don't care. Polymer factory? You cunt. Moisture evaporator, universal depot. I hate it when they take the universal depots in sight because that's going to be a bunch of good fucking resources gone. Like, honestly, I'm just going to randomly get rid of the universal depots to see if he's still going for a universal depot. Yeah, because it might not be that one. I've got another one over here. Yeah, let's get rid of that one. Yeah, we'll get rid of him. And we'll get rid of him. Rebuild that. Where are you? Going to farm. Moisture evaporator. Still on the lookout for a universal depot. Where do we have another universal depot? We've got one there. Well, look. Let's crank it down and then hope they can at least get rid of some of the resources off of there so we can minimize our losses. Because I need the bottom line. I need the universal depots here. It's the whole point. I fucking put them there to begin with. And it's obvious he's not attacking those ones because then when I removed them, then it would have selected itself for a new target. Where are we? Yeah, we managed to save ourselves in time. Because these got upgraded, so the power output started to increase. A few. Oh, what have we got here? Well, increase that one's range. We won't go crazy on that one actually because there's two others that are going to assist on that. And that 60 will go down to 30 once it's thawed the area around itself. And that'll go back down to 5. Same with that. That we really only want to cover the moisture evaporator, yeah. And then that one isn't ready yet. Put one of those there. We will gain a boost of power by doing that to keep things running. And let those heaters heat up what needs to be heated up. Same here. Increase that service area. But then we have to further decrease. Oh no. As areas finally start, yeah, to warm up. That. Where's that? Why did that happen? Oh, is that what you attacked, is it? Okay, there you go. We'll repair that. Oh, great. That thing was connected to power through that. We can get rid of that. We'll have to rebuild that farm. Get rid of that drone and rebuild that farm. Get rid of that drone. Get rid of that drone. Rebuild that. Yeah, we're basically in the process of rebuilding. Okay, cool. Okay, crisis averted. We solved the power situation. Every little counts. It all adds up. Then it seems. I never would have thought that those few things that I had outside of heaters added up to make such a significant difference. I was looking for one or two big things that were causing spikes, but that wasn't the case. Yeah, we'll put you on automated mode. You repaired your friend, so he's continuing the fight of analyzing the anomalies. Where are more anomalies so we can drop? We'll drop them directly near where they're needed. That's 3. Where are you go? Where are you off to? Look, there's an anomaly right bloody there. Why don't you analyze that, you idiot? Yeah, where are you off to? You were off to there as well. Okay, well then you go there. Yeah? And this one just landed. We'll put him on automated mode and let him do his thing. So that's that 3, 4, 5, let's say. And then we'll chuck another one down here. So he's close to those ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And have we analyzed one already, or am I missing one? Covered up by something on the hotbar. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count the ones outside first, then, yeah? 6, 7. Yeah? 8, 9. And I can't for the life of me see a 10th, so we've either already analysed one or I'm blind. I think it's the prior, not the latter. So we can turn that back on. Yeah. And then we'll turn that on, that on, that on, and that on. And that was all I turned off to save power, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Okay. Yeah, that's using more than it really needs to because of the cold. And I was going to bring piping up along there. Yeah, and we'll tee off from there.
Anomaly found.
And we'll add another heater. We'll add another heater there, and should I just put it here somewhere? No, because it needs water connection. We'll put it there. And bring power to it, like so. Where are you? Ah, freshly landed. There we go. So we've got 4 being analysed. We've already done 1, so that's 5, and then we're going to have 5 left. Nice. I'm going to assume at least one more of those 4 is going to get attacked at some point, or disabled while scanning or finalizing a scan. So we've got to be prepared to send the RC commander out. Yeah. And that's just outside the reach of drones. Yeah, see, it's just outside the reach of drones, so I'm going to have to bring that thing up there. God damn. Moisture evaporator, water tower. I don't care about that. Echo D2, that's a person. Water tower, subsurface heater. That I'm a little. That's another person. And a fuel depot. Oh, hang on. Fuel store. Oh, okay, it's a fuel depot. So it's probably going to be that. So we'll just do that and see if they can get rid of as much fuel from there as possible. Where are you? You're there. Rebuild that. Rebuild that. And yeah, we've got them all. Rebuilding. Oh, and he's attacked another one. We'll rebuild that. We have stores of water for days. Like, God knows how long. I've got, what is it? 6,000 water stored, so he can hit water towers all he wants. Yeah, we'll get rid of you.
A colonist has died.
Yeah, the drone attacked him. It's terrible. Oh, he's done another. Oh, so he sabotages the rover when it's finished scanning it. Okay, so that the RC commander's going to have to go and visit each of them. Fair enough.
A colonist has died.
Yep, another drone attack. I'm kind of the mind to bring in another RC commander quickly. Yeah. Then at least I can get it in the. Bring another one as well because we've got 3 locations. We can at least have one RC commander by each of the little areas where it's going down. That's already getting rebuilt. That's getting rebuilt. And that's getting rebuilt. Large. Oh, he did attack a large one. It said water tower, not large water tank. Well, isn't that fucking marvelous? That's 1,000 of our water gone. Yeah, I shouldn't have said anything. Foreshadowing there. Yeah, we've got all of that getting repaired. Yeah, that's like 30, at least 30, 30 drones that I've lost now, maybe 40 even, just because of that wanker. Okay, you're back. Oh, because he was close enough that the normal drones went and repaired him. Okay, sweet. And you're also repaired. Like you're also repaired. Okay, so we can send you. We can send you. Well, it's probably going to be. It's probably going to be. Look, I'm going to send him here. Yeah, but I'm probably going to have these arrive, land, and go and repair him the before the one on Mars gets to him. Moxie I don't care about because I've got more oxygen production than you can shake a stick at. A whole bunch of it up here. Oh, he took out another Moxie as well. He just attacked that, didn't he? Yeah. Oh, he took all of them out. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, would you look at that? Little ass wipe. Another water tower, so that's probably going to be another 1,000 water gone. He don't have to do a lot of destruction, doesn't he? I mean, it's not difficult, it's just annoying. Having to keep up with what he's destroying. Power wise, we're okay, and even though our oxygen is at 0, we've still got enough production and water stored to be able to handle that. Same with water, as long as he doesn't take out too many more. Yeah, the water tower and another moisture evaporator. As long as he doesn't take out all of our water storage, yeah, we'll be okay. We can keep on top of repairing the moisture evaporators. But we have to make sure that after repairing it, we add the hygroscopic coating.
Sector scanned.
Yeah, look, that RC commander is nowhere near getting there. That's the explorer. And the commander's still coming in behind him up here somewhere. Where is it? It might have been going through the tunnel. Oh, there he is. Yeah, and he's 60% of the way here. I reckon we could easily have these arrive here before that gets here. It's ironic. It's quicker to bring something in from Earth than send something across, halfway across the face of Mars. It's going for another evaporator. That's being repaired. That's being repaired. That's being repaired. Oh, that was a water tower. Okay, so that was a tower, not a water tank. Yeah, the number keeps going down now as the things he's destroyed are being repaired. So we're bouncing back. And what did you get this time, mate? The moisture evaporator we only just repaired. Okay, good on you. Yeah, see, our oxygen production's back up again. Our water production is starting to stabilize as the moisture evaporator slowly but surely get repaired and re-upgraded. Oh, that's another one that doesn't have the upgrade. Yeah, okay. And how far away are you? Yeah, as I thought, but he's there. He still needs to go all the way up here, and this is already going to arrive. But it's also good to have extra command RC commanders, because who knows, he could also choose to attack one of those. So we'd have another stranded vehicle we'd need to go and get. Desperation. The last stand of number 6. And be ready to do its thing before that thing gets anywhere near it. And you are that one, so we have to land the other one over here. There we go. We've still got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5. We've got halfway through. We've got 5 of them done. Yeah, by the looks of it, he's already getting to work on that. Yep. And then that one is just landing. And they're getting to work on him. Boys. And that's getting rebuilt. So there. Yep, see, now water production is nicely back up again. Oh, hey! We did the thing to release him, but he turned on us and started to send rogue drones attacking things. You know, he'd take control of the drones and they'd go and destroy things. And then you have to do this research. You get breakthrough research, this number 6 tracing. And once you've done that, a bunch of these anomalies show up that you have to go and research. But whenever you research it, the number 6 attacks the RC command, or not the RC Explorer. So you have to send a commander there to repair it, and then you have to go and analyze all 10 of those anomalies. But in the meantime, he's continuously taking over drones and sending them to attack things. So like this little guy is going to attack a farm, probably the same one that's been destroyed like 3 times by now. Where are we? Yeah, see, he's sabotaged an explorer. That RC Explorer that was scanning the anomaly there has been sabotaged. So I have to, where is it? I have to send a commander there to repair it. And we'll send this commander here so that It repairs. Yeah, it's... Oh, a shuttle hub? Oh, you can't. Not my shuttle hub. Moisture evaporator. Oh, look, he took over one of the drones that was attached to the RC commander. That's funny. That drone has to that drone has to drive all the way back home. If we're lucky, he's using 100% more power, so he'll probably freeze to death before getting to complete his mission. That one, yeah, he's going to attack a shuttle hub. You cunt. I like my shuttle hubs. What's up with these guys? Oh, we're not getting enough. We're not getting enough. What do you call it here? Oh, I remember. I remember. Number 6 was attacking a Universal depot down here, so I was like, oh, I'll just get rid of the Universal depot, and he didn't attack it, but I didn't replace it. So nothing's getting repaired here because they've got nothing to repair it with because the Universal depot's gone. Never mind. Yeah, and that's another moisture evaporator we have to repair. And that's a farm we have to repair. And that, what did you attack there? Did you attack this? Yeah. It's another 1,000 of my water gone down the drain. And then here, he attacked the moisture evaporator. And then that one drone is still... See, this is what's quote unquote not... what is it? It's unfair to think about it. Because if you look at the distance that he's already travelled in a cold zone, that drone in a normal situation would have run down by now, but he's hardly lost any power whatsoever. You could say, he's been able to optimize the drone to be able to last longer, but still, he's basically driving more than halfway across the map to get to his destination, and the drone isn't going to run out of power. That seems a little unfair and unbalanced. Oh, yep, and those guys are there to pick up the pieces. He's going to get repaired any minute now. And the destroyed buildings, we've already set all of them to get rebuilt. Sweet. Oh, yeah. And where is it? Where is it? I've got 3. I should have 3 of these things. That's 1, 2. Oh, there's the third one there. This one we'll send after him because he's going to get sabotaged any minute now when he finished doing that. What did you end up destroying this time instead? Oh, more drones were attacking. I didn't notice that even more started attacking. Okay, what are you? Another moisture evaporator, another water tower, universal. I'm not going to destroy universal depots to try and stop them anymore. It is what it is. We'll be able to pick up the pieces anyway. And he's automated. So then why aren't you going to... You're going to scan that. You're going to scan that. Okay, so you don't have anything left to scan. Okay, sweet. Those are the last 3. So once we've done that, that supposedly should be it. And then number 6 will be purged. If we can scan those before those last few drones attack their last target, maybe we can stop them. And we'll save our water tower, universal depot, and moisture evaporators. Yeah, he's already scanning that one. He's almost there to scan that one. And that one is being scanned. And it's almost finished. Yeah, but he's going to get sabotaged when he's finished, yeah. And then that little guy is on his way to help repair him after being sabotaged. Oh, and another 10 drones are attacking. Bloody hell, I've probably lost like 60 drones to this attack now. I was low on drones to begin with, and he just keeps taking control of them. Yeah, where are you? What did you do? You destroyed that moisture evaporator, so we'll rebuild that. Another moisture evaporator. I've probably rebuilt. Oh, really? Yeah, it can happen. It's luck of the draw, really. It's where you have to send spies to infiltrate the other colony, but then they get discovered or something like that. No? Get rid of you. What did you destroy? What did you destroy, son? That moisture evaporator. He really loves the water supply. He's going for moisture evaporators all the time. I've probably rebuilt every single moisture evaporator I have on the map. He's destroyed all of them at least once. That's why we have lots of water stored, so we have backups. Get rid of him and rebuild that one, and then we'll get rid of him and then rebuild. No, I won't rebuild that water tower actually, because I want it's empty now that he's destroyed it, and I want to put large water tanks. Yeah, that's it. Sabotage most of this. Yeah. And another 9 drones are attacking. Can we please get those anomalies analysed a little quicker, guys? There's one more. One more that needs to be analysed. We'll repair that guy. And then where's the other? He's over there, so we'll put him there ready to repair the thing after it gets sabotaged. You are repaired and there's nothing for you to scan. So we'll bring you home. Put you in a nice warm area. Same with you guys. There we go. The fate of 6.
The AI's last servers had been cleared. Its data copied onto discrete disks. Its fate is yours to choose.
I'm gonna be the bigger man. I'm gonna let it run in a closed environment forever. Yeah. It tried to destroy us, but I'm gonna show it. Yeah, the true nature of what we believe to be intelligence. I'm gonna let him live
Research
in a
complete.
closed environment. Permanently reduce tech costs. See? There you go. Positive. Gained a new technology, dream reality. Lovely. Number 6 is one of a kind. It would be foolish to lose it forever. Its existence could create unique opportunities for humanity during its first steps among the stars. For now, the AI will remain sealed in its prison, and we will harness its capabilities for the betterment of all. Maybe future generations will discover a way to peacefully interact with the AI. The end. There we go. Sad but necessary indeed. And I now have Sentience 2.0. I've completed the artificial intelligence mystery. Sweet. That's that done. So now all we have to do is finish the playthrough. Get all of the terraforming up to 100%. Orphan drones. Why are you guys orphaned? Poor little guys. You can get attached to that one. There we go. Lovely. You're going to get there and repair him. Dream reality. Yeah, this thing, the Project Morpheus. This is a double-edged sword because when you put this down, what it does, it says here it stimulates the development of new perks in adult colonists. So the colonists will randomly get new positive perks, but it's a double-edged sword because it causes, when you've had it running for like X amount of time, it comes up with a, what is it? You get a notification that they've been doing research into the people being affected by it, and it's actually causing damage as well, making people feel bad. So we have then you have to disable the Project Morpheus until you do more research, and then you can open it back up again. Messing around with people's minds is tricky business. There we go. Sweet, and it says 3.2% of players have this achievement. Where are we? Up here. Did you repair him already? Yes. No, you didn't. Why aren't you? Oh, you're only just getting to it. Hurry up, lads. I want to bring whatever we can home and keep it in. Why do we have another destroyed drone? Okay, whatever. Water tower. No, we'll destroy that because that's another one. And we'll get rid of that one as well, come to think of it. So we'll get rid of all the water towers up there. Moisture evaporator. We'll rebuild that. That's been rebuilt. Farm. We'll rebuild that. Oh, and I need to set this to soybeans. Because even though that grows quickly, you don't get a good harvest from it. Well, that's that done. That's nice. There are uh, some mysteries that are a little more visual. Like there's one where these little black cubes start to appear everywhere, and you have to send the explorer there to research it, and they eventually start to like accumulate into this one big ball of like swarming something, I don't know. And then there's one where these mystery spheres start appearing all over the surface of Mars. This one wasn't. This one was more like text-based stuff, making decisions and having to put up with the drones. But there are some really nice ones that add extra visual stuff as well. Let's have a look. I'll have a look at the achievements. Cubism, yeah, the power of three mystery. That one's a really interesting looking one. The dredgers, space invaders. That's a nice mystery. Spheres, yeah, mirror mirror. You get the achievement. The sphere mystery. That's a nice one. And the Mars Gate. That's an interesting one. That Steam hijacking my internet speed. And we have another drone destroyed for some reason. What happened there, mate? They might have been the drones, those few drones left over that were on an attack mission just before we managed to. So they just destroyed themselves. Yeah, I had like 2 or 3 drones left when we finally managed to get the last anomaly analyzed. We'll bring we'll bring everyone home, not the drones. Select these guys. Can I not select with shift? Oh, I can't select multiple. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we'll bring these guys home. Won't leave them standing in the cold. It's good. It's good. Uh, The only reason I have problems is at home is because I have a really old router. I need to, like, probably next month or maybe the month after that. I'm not sure, because I just spent my budget on luxury things on the new computer. But we have gigabit. We have fiber come all the way to the house, so I have gigabit. The only reason I have slower speeds on this computer is because I'm connected via Wi-Fi through a slow router. If I get a faster router or bring Ethernet upstairs, then it'll be better. And that's quite common now. It's not all that expensive. It's not all that expensive. Before that, before we got the fiber gigabit, it was I have to figure it out what it is in. You're in Belgium, so you understand euros. When before the gigabit came around, we were paying for I think it was 20 megabit, 20 megabit, and we were paying €10 a month for that. And now a new service provider. Oh, you're working for an internet provider. Okay, cool. Yeah, we were paying around €10 for. I think it was 20. I think it was 20 megabit. But then a new provider. What's their name? I think it was it Digi or UPC? I think it's no. We originally had UPC and we changed to Digi. Yeah. For Digi, we now pay the same €10 for 1 gigabit. So that's like super cheap if you think about it, and that's including television. That's including television because I don't have television upstairs, but my dad's got television downstairs, and that's got a whole bunch of channels. We don't have. He doesn't have things like HBO and stuff, but the basic package that includes like I don't know 70 channels. That's got that TV included. It only changed when Digi because they bought up a couple of different providers, and they really did some aggressive expansion in this area at least, like in Romania and Slovenia and the surrounding area. 90 to 100, €120. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can imagine. I can imagine. Yeah, it's 3,500 forints a month, and it even started off less. Like the introductory price, I remember the first 3 months. What's 500 forints? 500. We were paying we were paying €1.50 for the first 3 months, and it was only after that that it went up to €10.
Sector scanned.
And even with this old router, like if I've got a whole shitload of stuff running on this computer right now, but if I were to run a speed test here, router that I have downstairs, let's see, go download speed. I've got a 1 microsecond ping. It's completely flat, stable, like almost zero fluctuation at 85 megabits down approved. Then I'll be able to get an even better connection, and that's more than enough. I mean, I'm streaming. I'm streaming this game now in 1080. I changed the settings. I believe so. Let me see settings. Stream quality. Yeah, 1080p 60. I'm streaming this in 1080p. Yeah, and I have zero problems. Zero problems. But it's a big conglomerate. It's a big conglomerate. As far from what I know, the what do you call it? Um, the Hungarian stock exchange, like whatever it is, that part of the financial sector, and some of the bigger banks, they um, they went through a big systems upgrade. Okay. They went through a big systems upgrade like 3 or 4 years ago or something, and they got new internet connections, and then a lot of what they were using, yeah, uh, which was already fiber, freed up for the service providers to switch to residential usage. And Diggy bought up, I think it was like two smaller service providers in the area, and they just consolidated everything. So they got their hands on as many. What is it? What do they call them? T1 connections or whatever. The main connections. They got their hands on as many of the mainline connections as they could possibly get, and they rolled out 1 gigabit to everyone for really cheap. So they basically wiped the floor. Wherever you can get Diggy, basically everyone is on Diggy. No one goes for T Online or UPC or whoever else. Everyone is on Diggy because it's so well and such a high speed. So they basically dominated the market. They stole probably 75% of the market share from the other service providers within the space of a few months. They had so many orders to connect internet in Hungary so quickly. They didn't have enough service people to, with the little vans to go house to house connecting it. So they had technicians coming from Romania. They brought something like 200 technicians from Romania together with their vehicles to add to the technicians in Hungary going house to house to connect everyone so they could do it as quickly as possible. And they had it down to such, they'd done obviously so many. They practiced it, done it so many times. They were so in the rhythm. I think it probably took them from when the guy showed up at my door to when he left. It probably took them no more than 15 minutes to get the whole thing done. That's yeah, okay. It probably took him about 15 minutes. And they were just going, I know on that particular day, that guy basically just started at the top of our road and went all the way down. Yeah. Because basically everyone in our road had switched recently, and he was just going from door to door to door to door all the way down the street. I was really happy about that. I was surprised actually. Right now, I did this speed test. I thought it was going to be lower. I thought it was going to be lower because this router is really quite old. 86 down, 74 up. I mean, even that's great. But the problem is the the router cut. It's buggy. The router cuts out. Yeah, and a lot of that they do in advance. Like they've got certain parts of it pre-assembled. So all he has to do, they've got the little boxes on the telephone poles outside where they make the connection. He brings the cable from that box to the house, and all he has to do is patch that to whatever's in the house, connect the router, and poof, he's gone. Like while because there was two of them, while one guy was inside doing whatever he had to with the cable there, the other one was attaching the cable to the pole and bringing it into the house. Yeah, and one guy, they basically finished round about the same time. I signed the papers and they were away, randomly destroying themselves. The drones keep randomly destroying themselves. This must be some residual effect from what do you call it, number 6. That was like there another one. What's going on? That's not fun. Am I going to lose all of my drones? Where can I get you to work? We're not going to have an unemployed engineer, mate. Yeah, we need so many engineers up here, it's just not funny. You can move here. Yeah? I mean, look, that's still half full, that's half full. That's starting to fill up. Still need, yeah, look, 44 engineers. It was interesting. There was watching the guy work when I was working at the beach that I was talking about the other day. When they were installing, because they had like all of the main lines going all the way up and down the beach between the main nodes was connected with fiber. And when the guy was putting the fiber in, even fiber, because of the quality of the cable and whatever they're using, has a limit on how far it can go before it needs to be patched into a repeater or whatever they call it in the fiber world. I don't know what they call it, or where there's like a connection or something. And he had a little briefcase that had all of the tools just for doing like the optical fiber polishing, and it looked like a little really basic simple microscope. Yeah, he was looking through this little eyepiece, and he had a diamond plate, and a little holder that he'd put the end of the fiber cable in, and then he'd just polish like the end of the cable on the diamond plate, on the lapping plate, and he'd keep looking at it under the microscope to see if it was good, and he had to do that on a whole bunch of them. That was interesting watching him do that. The Indian, I called him. He looked like what do you call it? He looked like a native Indian. He was always tanned because he worked outdoors, yeah, all the time. So he was dark. He was darker because he was always dead and long hair, and that was going grey as well. So he looked like one of those typical old Native American Indians. Always called him Indian. They were using some. They were using some different quality cable. It wasn't like the top quality cable, because we had from the main entrance where we had the main servers. We had roughly a 1.5 kilometer run to the first, like, like sub node where some of the cashier desks were, and then it split off from there and went in a bunch of different directions. Or maybe oh, I'm confusing it. Sorry, when he was doing that polishing that I remember watching him do, he was doing that because he had to splice the cable. Yeah, we'd laid I remember now. God, this was so long ago. I'm can't remember what was going on. No, we'd laid the cable, but um, I took a week off. Yeah, I remember this. I remember now. Oh God, this is the old age. Old age. You forget simple things. I took a week off, and in that week, the guy that took over from me, directing the people putting in new infrastructure, they were digging some trenches to put in like water lines and things like that. They weren't paying enough attention. I told them. I took the map. I showed him where everything is buried and everything, and they didn't pay attention to it. And when they were digging one of the trenches for the water line, the excavator caught one of the fiber cables. So he split those cables, and that's why the guy was there. He had to splice, he had to repair those cables. Yeah, I remember now. He was really annoyed, really fucking annoyed. Just that one repair job. I don't know what it is in euros. Let me do the math. Just that one repair job on splicing all of those cables, and that was a main line. That was a main line that had like a bundle in it. That just that one repair job cost us like 400 euros for him to come and polish the things and splice them together, and that was cheaper than pulling back the cable and putting new cable in. I call it cable, but it's fiber. You get so used to using the old terminology. Yeah, yeah. I remember that. I was on holiday. I was just sitting there, and I got a telephone call from the guy that had taken over from me, and he was like, "Yeah, I've got a question. Like at this place, you know, we were digging a new trench, and we came across something that was buried there already. Do you remember what that was?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's the main internet line. Why?" And he was like, "Oh, it's nothing, nothing. It's okay, it's okay. We'll take care of it." And then when I came back, I found out that they fucked the fucking main internet line. I have all of my units here, don't I? No, we'll put all of the outdoors stuff, like the vehicles and things that we're not using, all in one place, so we know where they are. We can keep track of them. Okay, everyone else is there. And seeing as those drones aren't going to be used in those drone commanders, we might as well take them out and reassign them somewhere else where they're needed. Where are you guys needed? You're needed here, and that's the only place that really seems to be on medium. There we go. Copper splicer. Yeah, 4,000 wires. God damn, that must have been like some serious cable. Was that some? But was that also what do you call it? Communication cable, or was that power cable? The wire that you spliced, that 4,000 wire cable, was that information cable to telephone lines? Okay. Damn, that's a lot. That must be like some main backbone trunk line or something. Yeah, the rovers keep self-destructing on themselves. This must be some residual effect from number 6. I'd be interested. Drones, what is it? Surviving. Learn how to type. Surviving Mars, which carried the internet in the beginning. Uh huh. Drones randomly breaking down. The one coming up from the building. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. Probably the biggest cable we ever used. I mean, yeah, that's in the modern times. Like that kind of cable that you're talking about was from a while ago. But the biggest cable we ever used on the beach, taking into account all kinds of cable, was the main power lines, and those were really hefty. Like centimeter wise, I don't have a centimeter. Yeah, here we go. Centimeter wise, it was about somewhere between 15 and 20 centimeters in diameter, and then that had three cables inside of it, inside of like all kinds of shielding and everything, and they were really thick. Like the copper strands inside, like if you take one of those three cables, like one strand of copper inside one of those main lines was like as thick as my thumb. So there were, inside of that bundle was a twist of three copper lines, and that was like each one of those three was as thick as my thumb. But that was for like the mains power coming from the transformer. Watching the guys work on that was interesting. That's one thing. I do a whole bunch of DIY stuff. Yeah, I'll weld. I'll do, woodwork and paint and all kinds of different things. One thing I don't mess with is electricity. Knowing my luck, I'd mess it up and fucking electrocute myself. That's the one thing I won't touch, electricity. I'll call out I'll call out an electrician to do it, even if it's a simple rewiring of a socket in the wall or something. I'd rather have a professional do it than me mess around and fuck something up and either kill myself or end up wiring it incorrectly and then burning the house down. No, I could learn it. I mean, my next door neighbour's an electrician. He could come in and we'd do it together and he'd show me how it's done and I could learn it, but I just don't feel comfortable with it. I get the theory behind it and everything. Because at the beach, I was there for a lot of the planning meetings where they went through what it is that they needed to build up for the infrastructure, like where they need to put in a transformer and how many amp service is required here and there and everywhere, and go through all that. I get the theory, and I was just fine working on that in the planning, but the physical part of doing it, like the actual operations of doing the electrical connections, I'd rather leave that to someone that's trained and confident in it. Oh, so let's see what's going on. Why is there an unemployed geologist when that has got free space in it? Engineer.
Research complete.
Oh, farm
Sector
automation.
scanned.
Nice. We can put automation on these now. We'll need less people to work in them. Like so. Yeah, and that should apply to all of them. Good. Yeah, and we'll put the heavy day shift. Yeah. There we go. What else? Home Collective. Okay, good. That's nice. Next one on the docket. We can make the houses they live in more comfortable. And I really should get this one done as well. We'll get that one done first, actually, because because I've got MDS lasers now. These laser things, they shoot asteroids that are going to hit the self-help. Self-help cable replacement project leads to huge savings. What? Yeah, it's loading. It's taking a long time to load for some reason. Taking a long time to load. There we go. No, that's not it. Oh, there we go. Oh, those kinds of bundles. Damn. That's a lot. Yeah. That's a lot. Huh. You're probably doing that for I could only imagine doing that for 8 to 12 hours a day. So many cables. Oh. Let's get comfy. I'm just thinking what I should do next. Why do I have -1 water when everything should be functioning properly? Oh, a whole bunch of these aren't upgraded properly. Yeah, because when he destroyed them, you rebuild it and then you have to apply the upgrade again. No. They're all upgraded. That's upgraded. And when... Oh, seeds. Why did I select seeds? I want soybeans. Geologist. Why is there an unemployed geologist here? There should be no unemployed geologists. There we go. Now he's happy. Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Incoming.
Oh, where? Look, watch this. Oh! Oh! What the hell happened there? Okay. Well, don't watch this. I have... I have lasers there. That laser... That laser should have shot the damn thing out of the sky. Why didn't it do its job? Because it says insufficient power now because the meteor hit the power line. But why didn't that laser shoot the meteor down? I've never had that happen before. The laser's right there. That laser should have shot it out of the sky. That's weird. Well, look. We'll put an extra laser in there to get some overlap. And we'll put another one here to get some more overlap. And we'll put another one here to get some more overlap. I don't want that happening again. I've I've never had that happen to me before ever. That laser should have totally shot it out of the sky. We'll see when this guy repairs the cable what happens. Because that, yeah, see, it would have been powered. It's just a meteor hit the cable. But it shouldn't have hit the cable because he should have shot it out of the sky. Well, anyway. Number 6 again, yeah. Bastard. But speaking of, I haven't had any more drones destroy themselves recently. I do need to bring a whole bunch more. Oh, no, I don't have to bring any more in. Nice. I just remembered. How many we have. We've got 34. What are you? You're a youth. So you need to go to university, but the university's full. So we'll open up the farm so you can go and work there. Youth, middle-aged engineer. Yeah, you can engineer. You can move up here because we need engineers here. Move here. Yeah, and live there. Another engineer, same thing. You can move up here. Yeah. Lots of work there. I just want to see. And a homeless. Why is that? Oh, because he's moving. And a middle-aged geologist hasn't found a place to live yet. Yeah, he's moving. Why is that geologist homeless? We've got 3 spaces there. 3 there. Oh, look at that. We've got so many kids. The kids are starting to take the places in the apartments. And the school is full and the university's full. Okay, so we'll turn births off in this colony now. It seems, yeah, he's moving. That's why it says he's homeless. Where are we? Yeah, we'll turn that on. Let people work there. Same there. Same there. Yeah, the school probably had a bunch of people finish here, grow up, but there was not enough space in the university for them. Okay. A senior engineer. Well, why are you moving here? Because you're probably coming to that place. Okay. Yeah, living in a retirement home. Okay. But why? I don't get these guys sometimes. Oh, here. Okay, yeah, he was moving here. And this guy is a scientist. You can work there. Why aren't you working there? Okay, nice. No, so a lot of times they'll figure it out for themselves. If you have shuttles, because the colonists can't go this kind of distance without a shuttle. But once you have shuttles, if you have enough shuttles, then they'll take a shuttle and move where there's a job or where there's a house. But sometimes it gets stuck and they just wander around, and you have to tell them where to go. Oh, and we can upgrade our shuttle situation. We can double the number of shuttles. That's 30, 45, 60, 75, 90 electronics. So to offset that a little, we will send these rockets back so we get some money, and we'll buy ourselves, because that 93 electronics will go very quickly on the shuttles we just built. Because when these start off, they have 3 shuttles inside, and you can build another 3 to have a maximum of 6. And then when you research one of the upgrades, you can have 12 inside. So I double the number of shuttles I have without increasing the number of shuttle hubs. Even on a big colony, so having somewhere between, like, depending on how big, anything from like 5 to 10 shuttle hubs can basically help solve just about anything. Like, I've got 6 now, and 2 of those are dedicated to moving people. So these 2 only move people, and the other ones, oh, that should be like that. Yeah, the other ones can move people and cargo. And when this is researched, they'll be able to carry even more cargo at one time. I just want this first, because with that you can send a rocket up to capture asteroids, and then you have a meteor shower, but the water increases on the terraforming by 5%. It's an easy way to quickly raise the water. Which I really want, because I have the other breakthrough, which is this one, resilient vegetation, which halves the amount of water and terraform and temperature in terraforming, which will allow me to put in the open farms, which it looks like an automated farm here on Earth. It's a big circle where the things are planted, and then there's a boom that goes across. It just goes round and round, watering them, and the drones can harvest it. Once you have one of those set up, you don't have any problems with food. Even just one of those farms produces ridiculous amounts of food. Speaking of which, no, not that, cargo. We need to import some food again, because we're getting low. I might actually, because I was going to build another dome and dedicate it to growing food, but seeing as we're so close to having open farms available to us, I don't think I'll do that farm dome. I'll just import food until the open farms are able to produce the food for me. Hello, new viewer. Is that Mr. Snow? Or do we have a new person? Don't be shy. Oh, and he left. Okay, bye. The viewer count went up. Someone joined, but then they left. I will need farms to make seeds, though. Did I researched the forestation plant? Okay, good. So to get the forestation bump started a little, we'll also import seeds. There we go. We can only carry 60 seeds. Okay, we'll bring a little bit of food in as well. And we'll get another cargo rocket with some more seeds and a little bit of food. Yeah, we'll land those here. And then I'll get some forestation plants put down to start making the place green. Let's connect it like this. We'll put that there. Yeah. And then we'll put another one. Oh, what's blocking it? Oh, a charging pad. We'll get rid of that. I want to be able to overlap these properly. Come on. Get rid of that charging pad already. I'll need more power for that as well, so there's a quick solution. We'll put some Stirling generators in. Okay, they got rid of that. We can put the forestation plant in there. We'll put some more around here as well. Put one there. Can we get this? No, it's too far away. We'll put one. We'll put one there. We'll connect it to that for power. We'll put another one. Where are we? There. So that's nice and overlapped. Yeah, I think that'll do it for now. I would like to put another one here. How much power do they use? 10. Okay. So we'll put one here. That's still within range of a drone, isn't it? Yeah, okay. And then we'll put a Stirling generator right next to it for power. Cool. Then that will slowly but surely increase the vegetation. And I still need to thicken the atmosphere, and we do that with the carbonate processor, but we still have to research that. That'll be one of the next things. Yeah, they're under quite a load there. So are they. So are they. Let's see what we can do down here. Yeah, look, there's a bunch of them just sitting around. Yeah, we'll put a few more there. And then we'll put the rest of them. That's low. That's low. It said medium a minute ago. What happened? Okay, anyway. We'll put 5 more there. We'll put 5 more there. Like so. Yeah, we'll leave that. We'll leave that. Actually, yeah, no, we'll give him some more. Yeah, and the whole point why I was trying to check out to see how much vacant residential 30 work slot 72. Yeah, that's so bad because I didn't pay attention to the kids. Look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids living there. Basically the same there, probably even more. It's that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All the kids are taking the space away from the from people that could live there because they made so many babies so quickly. Oh yeah, power. These aren't built yet though. Come on, guys, hurry up. I need the power. The power.
Resources are low.
What do we have here? The electronics. So, no, my dear, they are not low.
Funding received.
I like hearing that.
Funding received.
I love that.
Resources are low.
No, they're not. Don't be silly. Yeah, we're producing more than enough. Just have to be patient. That rocket's bringing in the circuits. Yeah, but we've got a rocket arriving any minute now that's got 250 food. I've got so much money. I'm just gonna import food for a while because, like I said, the terraforming will be done
Resources are low.
quickly enough that I can open a open farm soon. And like I said, those produce stupid amounts of food. You'll go from you'll go from not having enough food to literally having thousands of food before you even realize it. You just put down like one or two of those open farms and it just goes crazy. Who's
Sector
unemployed?
scanned.
Why are you unemployed? Let's open that up. Yeah. Homeless. Oh, you're moving. Okay. Geologist. And oh, you're moving as well. Well, this geologist can come and work here. Okay. Did this get built? Yeah, one of them did. We'll open it up. Now, power's okay. We just have to wait for the other ones to get built. And production is okay, but it's a little slow. We'll bring in some more polymers as well. Hey, you see, 279 food. It's plenty.
Resources are low.
Yeah, I know. I just ordered a rocket full. Yeah, we'll get rid of that because that's just annoying the vegans, and no one works there anyway. It's using power. Did I order seeds? Yeah, I did. There are my seeds. We'll put the seeds down, then the forestation plants can actually do something. Forestation plants. And that's not built yet. That one's built. And we'll set this to plant lichen on all three of its areas. Then that area will start turning green. This one's built. Do the same. Lichen, lichen, but we have to, because the green planet thing was an addition. It was like a DLC, and the Universal Depot doesn't have seeds on it because it came later. So you have to put down a separate seeds depot. We'll have one there, and seeing as we don't have any here, we'll put One there, then they'll have something to offload the seeds to. And I didn't put any forestation plants down here yet. I think that's all set to seed crop. I've been wondering why I don't have food when these farms got destroyed by number 6 and I rebuilt them. I set it to seeds instead of soy. That's on soy. I set that one back to seed instead of soy. What an idiot. Did I do the same thing up here? No, that's soy. That's seeds as well. What an idiot. Soybeans, please.
Resources are low.
That's why everyone's starving. We're fucking growing seeds instead of food. Okay, those seeds are getting unloaded now. The little yellow packages. That's food. Who's got seeds? You're carrying fuel. You're carrying food. Why aren't you carrying anything? You took fuel in, but you could have brought seeds out. Do you not know about efficiency? Oh, you come out and go back in again to pick something up. Okay, that's logical. Mm. Some sunflower seeds or some pumpkin seeds. What? What are you on? They come out of the rocket and go back into the rocket to pick something up once they've delivered something. That's weird. I guess that's part of the mechanic. That's the way they work. Oh damn, that place has only got 8 drones. Yeah, of course, because 6 destroyed them all. Where can I pinch some more drones from? We'll pinch a few from here. Not very many though. There you go. 5 more. There we go, that's working. We'll set that to Lycan. Is this one built yet? Yep, that one's built as well. We'll set that to Lycan as well. Like that. That one isn't working yet because the generator next to it hasn't been finished yet. That'll be working in a minute. I've already set that one up, and we'll set that one up like so. There we go. Another geologist, unemployed. Who else? An engineer? No. Don't be funny. Yeah. We need engineers more than we need oxygen. Yeah, you can go work here. And there should be a place for you to live here. Damn, we've got a lot of fucking seniors here. Even the senior home is already full. And that I wasn't paying attention. The DLC machine, yeah. If you want stock in something that's a DLC machine, then get it in what is it? Who makes Battlefield? I think it's Electronic Arts. They're the number the main reason I don't like that franchises anywhere near as much as I used to is you don't have to play the game to get the guns anymore. You can buy the game and go online, and you can basically buy these shortcut packages that gives you the guns. So you don't normally you play, and then as you play, you progress, you unlock other weapons in the game. But you don't have to do that anymore. You can just buy weapons packages, and you can basically buy all of the guns that you want. And a whole bunch of other things. There's like cosmetics, so you can put different skins on the guns, or you can even have different clothes on the soldier. It's just you just buy a whole bunch of different packages. It's fucking disgusting. Like it's not enough. It's not enough to sell the game anymore. They have to make Imagine. Yeah, yeah. I'm nostalgic for the times, 20, 25 years ago when it was enough for the game developers to sell the game. Yeah, they managed to make enough money back then. And if you think about it, there's even more. I mean, just think about the number of people that have consoles now. There's even more people playing the games, and if you look at the price, the if you have the same game on PC, on PlayStation, and Xbox, the one for the PC is always the cheapest, and the console ones are more expensive. But there's more people with consoles in the world than there are with that play games on PCs, and they still need to make these fucking uh, the DLC to sell all kinds of shit. It's annoying, but there's so much more to take people's interest. There's so much more because it's not just PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. You've got the Wii, the Nintendo has come with God knows what new stuff it's got. Uh, yeah, I don't that I know there's more, but that's all I can really remember. There's a whole bunch more. Then you've got mobile gaming. Yeah, people playing games on their mobile phones with fucking Raid Shadow Legends sponsoring every YouTuber they can get their hands on. Gaming used to be different. It was a different culture 25 years ago. Completely different culture. It's gone sad now. The consumers the consumers have gone nuts, and the developers uh, are just playing to them. They basically have to, or they won't retain the market share because people are so fickle. Yeah, exactly. Can you buy stuff in that? Because like, honestly, I tried it once and deleted it. I don't know. Is there
Anomaly found.
can you actually pay for anything in Pokemon Go to make the game go faster or better or have better things? Yeah, look, okay. That's why they keep the game itself free. That was the whole idea about a lot of the mainstream games making free things on mobile, at least. I think I was reading some statistics on App Store purchases, and if you average out just America, not the rest of the world, just America, on average, each mobile gamer spends anything from $30 to $75 a month on in-app purchases, and that's just games. That's just the games, and it's probably gone up since then. It's probably gone up since then. That was like a year ago at least. And if you think about it, there's what three? Is it 250 or 350 million people in America? I can't remember now. Population of USA. 328 million. Okay, yeah, because they average that for the population. So not like they no. I'm I can't talk again for some reason. They average it out for the overall population. Yep, 0.1%. It'll go higher faster. It's just these things have to start working because right now all I have planted is lichen. It's like moss or whatever. But when I unlock, where are we? Bio terraforming. When I unlock this one with the bushes and trees, then I can put grass and bushes and trees here, and they go up faster. Like I could plant grass now, but I have to have 20% temperature and 10% water, and I'll reach the 20% temperature soon, but I need, where is it? I need this project, interplanetary projects, to finish, so I can do the capture ice asteroids and import greenhouse gases. Because every time I do the capture ice asteroids, the water will go up 5%. So I only have to do that twice, and then I'll already be able to plant some grass, and then that will speed up the greenery. Because the temperature is being affected by these things here, the greenhouse gas factory. This burns fuel and just pumps out greenhouse gases to increase the temperature. Oh, what have we got? Polymers. Nice. And these guys are ready to go back to Earth to make me another one. That's almost full. Are these full? That's not full yet, and that's not full yet. These guys will make me another $1. Why is my power down again? I need to pay attention to these things, man. I normally have all of this stuff handled, no problem. That so I don't have to worry about it and think about it anymore. The expansion I wanted to do. Oh, drone range. It only goes that far. Okay. We will put in.
Resources are low.
No, they're not. We'll put in some more wind turbines, and then you can shut up about power as well. 5 stoves warming a planet. Yeah. all these do is burn fuel, so they're outputting as much junk as they possibly can. And then I have to do the atmosphere, and for that I need to unlock the carbonate processor. That's the thing that takes the waste rock and
Anomaly analyzed.
pumps it into the atmosphere to thicken the atmosphere. But then I'm going to have to... Will I? Yeah, I'll have to close one of these, because I don't really need... Well, I'll close 2 of them, actually. I don't really need them for concrete production anymore. And those turn waste rock into concrete, because this thing is putting out more than enough concrete. I'll be able to upgrade it again, and then it'll go up to 100 concrete a day. But I'm going to need waste rock for the carbonate processors. Don't I have a... I'm clicking around here looking for a dumping site. I don't have a dumping site anywhere. No, I don't. Okay, we'll put a large dumping site there. So they have a place to gather the waste rock, because there's some in there. And there's some in there. Yeah, and then so that we keep on top of this, we don't have a problem, we'll bring in some more food, and we'll bring in some more seeds. There we go. They haven't even finished unloading the seeds yet. What are you guys doing? Yeah, I'm gonna have to put in a drone assembler.
Dust storm approaching.
Oh, happy days. That's all we needed. We'll put a drone assembler here, and then at least we can make our own drones instead of having to import them from Earth. There we go. The kids are slowly but surely moving out of the apartments and going into the nursery as space opens up.
Research complete.
There we go. Interplanetary projects. And now we'll do the carbonate processor. Let's capture some ice asteroids. Oh, let's have a look. Which rocket? We'll use this one. Turn exports off, and then we'll go and capture some ice asteroids. There we go. There's only one of those, isn't there? Yeah. Oh, and there's the import greenhouse gases. We'll do import greenhouse gases with this one. There we go. It goes quite quickly. It goes quite quickly, especially later on. There's another there's another research. Where are you? Yeah, it's not visible right now, but it's going to be further down here, where you can nuke the polar caps. So you send a rocket full of fuel, and it detonates on the pole to melt the polar ice. But the problem with that is it causes Mars quakes, like earthquakes, but on Mars, and that can damage buildings. So like the whole screen shakes, and then it says like 4 or 5 buildings damaged, and you have to repair them. There we go. Yeah, look, I was running crazy low on concrete. I was bare again. This excavator makes such a massive difference. It's so nice. So nice. Okay, that's open. All of those are upgraded. We'll upgrade that. That's built, so we'll open that as well. We still need to completely fill these back to 2000. Nice. Yeah, and you see the forestation thing is already doing its work. You can see little patches of green starting to appear all over the place where the lichen is growing. That thing. What are you? You're ready to go home and make me some money. Lovely. But I'm thinking about switching all of my farms. I'm going to switch all of my farms to make seeds. Yeah, because then I don't have to import 2 things. If I'm importing food anyway, whether I import a little more or a little less, it's not really going to matter. But then I don't have to import seeds as well. Yeah, we'll let that finish because that's almost harvested. But then everything else, I'm going to switch to seeds. Then I only have to import food, and I can fit more food into one rocket anyway. A nicer color, yeah, green definitely. And then actually we need another seed depot here. That's where we're going to be growing seeds as well. We'll put the seed depot there. And then we might as well add some forestation plants down here too. Yeah, we'll put one there. And then can we get one? We'll put one there, so that's a nice overlap. And we'll connect it to power here. And we'll put another one over here. Connect it to power. And where else? Another one there. Like that. And we have power close by. We'll connect that to power
Sector scanned.
there. And then at least that area is going to be turning green. Okay, that's nice. Now you see where you go to, where you see these patches? These patches, that's where the soil quality is already starting to improve. There's a lot of green there. That's where the soil quality is the highest, where it's starting to turn green.
Funding received.
I like those words.
Funding received.
Oh, music to my ears. Why are you flashing at me? Because you're ready to go to Earth, but you're not full yet. And we do need another fuel depot here. Yeah. Oh, silly me, there's one right there. It was just hiding. I didn't notice it. There it is. Why are you sitting there? You want to sit here with the rest of your friends. Yeah, concrete starting to increase, metal starting to increase. Food is going to get here soon, so that's going to be okay. Some more seeds. And I think with, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 farms all growing seeds, we should be okay. We probably won't have to import any more seeds after that. Then it hopefully will be self-sufficient. See, look, I put these things down not long ago, and there's already little patches of green started to appear here as well. Okay, we have our food. We have our seeds. There we go. This one's ready. We'll set that to lichen. Lichen. That's not finished yet, and that's not finished yet. And the terraforming also has a boost on a lot of things, like the moisture evaporators. The thicker the atmosphere gets, so the thicker the atmosphere gets and the higher the water, the better the water production. So it'll start to get a boost from terraforming. And the same thing with the wind turbines. So once it's like a snowball effect. Once you get to a certain point, you don't really need to keep increasing the number of things to generate power and make water, because the terraforming boost slowly keeps increasing as well. So then your production increases. I just need to double check and make sure all of, not power production, where is it? Production buildings, does that include, yeah, moisture evaporators. I want to make sure all of those, yep, they're all upgraded. I don't want the fueled extractors, and we'll only do the upgrades on that as we get more. Okay, power producers, make sure those are all upgraded. Oh, these ones aren't. We'll upgrade those. Production. Oh, we just looked at that. Inside buildings. Oh, look at that. We'll upgrade that with service bots. Why? Oh, you have no one working in it. Where is that medical post? Oh, we have no doctors there. Why do we have no doctors there? The other place makes children like crazy, yeah? They fuck like rabbits up there, and down here, I've got barely any children. Oh, but I didn't take care of the old person problem over here. We've got a lot of old people here. Yeah, and there was no point. There was no point adding this here because they're not being used. That on, and we'll get rid of these like so. Because I have an old person problem anyway. Yeah, and we need more houses as well. So we'll put in another smart apartment right there. And we'll put in another retirement home. Anytime now, lads. No, I don't like the Forever Young. Well, I like it. I say I used it before the introduction of the retirement homes. But yeah, exactly. I'd much rather put them in a retirement home because if the old people can continue having children as well, then you have a population problem all over the place. And this way, I can control it. I'm having problems with it because I don't have enough people in certain areas, but I'd rather just let it naturally catch up. Because if you turn on Forever Young, then you've got a constant population problem. Like one time, I I set up a relatively, yeah, but they also if you also don't do the other breakthrough, this one, or it's not even a breakthrough, this stem reconstruction, then they die earlier. Yeah, they die at a normal age. If you research this as well, then they live a lot longer. So if you do that and Forever Young, then you can have a colony that's full of a lot of old people. And I'd rather keep it circulating and have fresh new people. Okay, if we got rid of the school system there, we've got another retirement home. Then all of these old people, we'll put another one in. All of those old people will have somewhere to live. How many people are in a dome? 89. We've got 10, 20. We've got space for 30 people to eat. So we will put in another diner as well. Like that. What's that? That's a small.
Funding received.
Yeah, we want that on. Like that. Electronics store. Then I think just to make use of the space, we'll put a large garden in there just for now. I can always get rid of that later. But at least it's being put to use in the meantime. Lovely. Food and seeds. That one's unloaded, reloaded with exports. That one's getting loaded for the mission. And that one's... Oh, they're still unloading stuff from that one. Oh, This thing is probably ready. Yes, it is. Lovely. We will. How many is it per drone? One per drone. Yeah. One electronics. So we'll do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 80, 85, 90, 100. That'll be enough. And we'll just import some more electronics. Because it costs less and I can bring in more electronics than drones. We'll just bring in the raw materials to make the drones and then fabricate them on Mars. It's a lot quicker. They'll make drones. Oh, it's only 95. There we go, 100. And that needs upgrading. That's being upgraded. That's upgraded. Okay. Nice. We've got power again. That's stable. That's rising. That I'm importing. The oh, I can set at least one rocket, probably even two. Let me see. That's 24 per sol. Yeah, we'll set one rocket to the auto export. So once they manage to unload that food, that'll just go back and forth between Earth and Mars, taking exports, and our money will slowly but surely go up. What else can I do right now to increase water? I can. Oh, I haven't got the lakes researched either, have I? But we will outsource some research because we have the money. And our research is supposed to be around 3,000. Got so few scientists in our research labs. Yeah, that's almost empty. I'll bring in a few colonists. I do have, yeah, I've got more than enough space to house them. That engineer can go work. Come on, up here. We'll import some scientists because I don't like having low research. Scientist, scientist, scientist. I don't really care what they are. I just want scientists, even if they're vegans. Scientist, scientist. Okay, that's 8. And while we're here, we might as well bring in engineers as well, just to make sure we have. Oh, and the medic station was empty, so we'll get the medic. What else? Oh, officer. The officer station was empty on one of them. We'll get those officers. Guess we'll grab some botanists and the geologist, but we'll basically grab everyone except for the non-specialization. Yeah, there we go. Bring those in. I have a few friends that are vegans, and they're fine. Yeah, because they don't rub it in your nose all the time. But I don't like the kinds of vegans that, they'll go out to a restaurant with some friends, and then they have to act, all high and mighty. You order a steak or, anything with meat in it, and they act all offended and, stuck up. I don't like those kinds of vegans. I've got, I think 3 or 4 friends that are vegans. The game says it. Oh, they'll tell you. Yeah, exactly. But the stereotype comes from somewhere. Yeah, because in the beginning, a lot of them were like that, and it's ridiculous. It's great. It's great. Yeah. If you want to eat salad, eat fucking salad. But you don't have to tell me about it and make me want to eat salad as well. Yeah.
Resources are low.
If anything, it's because of vegans that I don't give a shit. I give even less of a shit about greens. Yeah, I eat broccoli and I eat um, Brussels sprouts because that's about the only thing I eat with steak. Yeah, I'll make myself a nice big steak and I'll have a side of broccoli and Brussels sprouts with the rabbit. Yeah, I'm a big meat eater. I'm a big meat eater. I've got like I said, I've got no problem with the with a lot of them. It's just the stuck up ones that seem to take it on themselves. You know, it's like religious fanatics. You know, they'll be preaching Jesus and God and everything all the time and trying to uh, get you to convert and push you and whatever. Yeah, the vegans are even worse than that. They're even worse than that because at least the religious people are kind. Yeah, because they try and kill you with kindness to get you to come over to Jesus. But the vegans, they're angry with you that you dare to eat anything other than what they eat. Yeah, it's all of these fringe groups. All of the fringe groups have their extremists that just take the ideology way too fucking seriously and just give everyone in that movement a bad name. Because they're not all like that, obviously. You know, it's generalizing. They're not all like that. There's a lot of really nice, normal people. Yeah, it's just the idiots that go nuts give them all a bad name and make the stereotypes. It's just we're living in the age of extremes. Everything's black or white. There's no grey area. You either have to love something or hate it. Yeah, it's ridiculous. There's no compromise anymore. There's no compromise. A lot of them don't even know what the word compromise really means. You know, they understand it and they think that they compromise, but they don't, and it's just annoying. Logic and reason, what's that? They have no idea. Come on, come on, Rocket, go and do your thing. Yeah, exactly, exactly. You could hand them the dictionary and they still wouldn't be able to figure it out. I mean, Christ, a lot of these new age fucking these weirdos, you hand them a book and they'd probably look at you weird. Like, what's that? You don't have it on an iPad? Silly me. Did we import some? Yeah, we imported some. You killed my tree with your books, yeah. Yeah, they, the people that complain about the people that complain about deforestation, was it books and paper and things being the big cause of deforestation? Kill me, man.
Meteor incoming.
The impact paper has had on deforestation ended probably 30 or 40 years ago. I'm not saying it's completely gone because they're still deforesting huge areas of jungle, but the vast majority of that they're doing so that they can turn that into farmland. Yeah, they're not using that wood necessarily for paper. All of the wood, but the majority, the vast majority of the wood that comes for things like paper comes from the sustainable forests where they grow particular types of trees that grow well, that as well, but from particular types of trees that grow relatively fast. Now the the thing that held people back the most, and not just because of the quote unquote, air quotes, medicinal value of it is back in America,
Funding received.
before hemp, so not marijuana, the out and out, the strain that you can smoke, but the hemp plant that you can use for fibers and all kinds of things. That was outlawed only because it was actually a much better alternative to making things like fabrics and paper. Yeah, the paper that you made from hemp was stronger. Yeah, it was a lot easier to make and it was cheaper to make. The only reason it was outlawed is because the guy that owned most of the newspapers and the paper mills, yeah, was had high political connections, and he got them to outlaw hemp, saying that, oh, it's the devil's weed, and people are gonna smoke it, and they're gonna turn into maniacs. So they outlawed hemp, but not because of the fact that it was a drug, but because it was the main competition to the guy's business in the paper and the fabric industry. That's the only reason it was originally outlawed in America. If they hadn't have outlawed hemp, then there'd probably be uh, thousands upon thousands of acres where they grow hemp just for use in industrial applications. Proved it. Making paper from hemp is a lot more eco-friendly than it is from trees. You use less chemicals, the quality of the paper is better, and it's easier to make. And it's the same thing with fabrics. You can use the hemp. You can use hemp to make all kinds of fibers, and the fabrics made from hemp fibers are a lot stronger and more hard wearing than the ones made from cotton. But again, the huge cotton moguls back in the day were happy to see the the hemp banned, because then their cotton farms would have gone bankrupt. It was all about politics and money. Yeah, people were using wood and cotton, but the ones that were using wood and cotton had good political connections, and they got them to outlaw hemp to save their own businesses. And that happened like, I don't know, like 100 and something years ago, and it's never changed since. Never changed since. Probably more than 100 years ago. Like something Randall Hearst. I can't remember his exact name. Randall Randall Hearst. Paper. William Randolph Hearst. That's the guy. An American businessman, newspaper publisher, and politician known for developing the nation's largest newspaper chain. And that was he died in 1951, age 88. So that was like in the when he was in the beginning of his business in the 1800s. He got hemp outlawed so he could save his own business. What's that? The cannabis connection. I guess it talks about the same kind of thing. The cannabis connected. Does it have any? Does it have any like forward or something written about it, or talk about what's in the book? The Selector. Amazon. Here we go. Yeah, everything. Like, what do you call it? Joe Rogan talks about it a lot, and he's always saying it's like an alien plant. If you compare it to anything else on the earth,
Sector scanned.
it's like it's a one-stop shop. Yeah, 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 yeah. The hemp is a one-stop shop for so many things. So many things. Yeah, because like what we use right now, we use wood, we use cotton, we use polymers. Yeah, so we use oil to make polymers, and what is it? We use other plants that are similar to hemp to make things like twine and that. Yeah, but that's four things that could be replaced with one, and that's just the more or less industrial applications. Then you have the medicinal properties. Yeah, the if you look at the cannabinoids and not just THC but CBD, yeah, it has amazing healing properties. Amazing. There's a reason that that plant evolved. There's a reason that plant evolved, and it was we're supposed to be using that. Yeah, the world would be in a completely different place if that wasn't outlawed. And it was outlawed back in the day for a very good reason, because they could see that it's going to destroy the industry in other sectors. It's greed, greed again. It all comes back to greed. Don't tell me William Randall Hearst wouldn't have been able to uh, change his setup from wood to fucking hemp. Yeah, he could have not outlawed hemp and started to grow hemp, and he would have been able to make a shitload of money on making other things as well. Yeah, he could be, he could have been the next fucking Rothschild if he'd gone in a different direction. But no, it was easier to protect his business and not have to switch to hemp. And now the world's pushed back 50 years. It's annoying. It's annoying when you think about it. It can drive you crazy thinking about it. Like you get so angry thinking about all the things that could be so different, so much different, and the world would be an easier place if certain things hadn't have been done the way that they had been done. And the British had a big hand in it as well, as far as I remember, when they were colonizing. There were a lot of places where hemp was being grown, but that again would also affect their industries. So instead of when they went somewhere and took over and colonized, they'd stop them from growing hemp and get them to grow things like tobacco and tea, because that's what the big industries needed, and spices. Oh, the rockets are here, but I can't land them because the dust. Oh, the dust storm's going to be over any minute now. Okay. And there's a whole bunch of things that are quite similar. There's a whole bunch of things that are quite similar. I mean, Tesla was fucked over. Just the fact that we lost everything that he worked on. The only reason that certain industry infrastructures are the way that they are is because of work that he did. Because I think it was Edison at the time. He was the one working on DC, and they wanted to get DC power to homes. But the problem with that is they couldn't track. They couldn't get it long distances easily. Yeah, and Tesla's the AC system that Tesla worked on was a lot simpler. Then the only reason he wasn't richer is because they either just outright stole what he was working on, or they paid him diddly squat, and he didn't get the credit for the work because he was working underneath Edison. So like the patents and everything have got Edison's name on it, but it was actually work that Tesla should have had the credit for, because Edison had the money and the political connections. And there it is again. Politics. Always politics. The main basis of it all is greed. Doesn't matter whether it's politics, religion, business, yeah, because they're all basically intertwined. It's all greed. Yeah, it would be so interesting to like if I had a time machine. That's definitely one of the kinds of places I'd go. If for nothing else, then to go to Tesla. You know, you go there with a camera, make sure to fucking take pictures of everything and photocopy everything, and bring it all back to the future so we can get Tesla tech. No, but what is it? As a Hungarian, I'm very proud to be Hungarian, because there's an like technological advancement in the modern age. There's almost nothing. There's very few things that are major technological advancements where there hasn't been at least one Hungarian involved. Like some scientist or mathematician, you know, physicist or whatever. Yeah, there's always been Hungarians involved in a lot of the technological advancements, and there's a whole yeah. I mean, look at now. Uh, Steve Jobs was one of those people in the modern age, yeah, pushing things forward. He wasn't necessarily the one that came up with it, but you know, or you know, physically made it a reality. But he brought the right people together. He had a dream of what he wanted to do, and he got it done. Yeah, using the resources he
Resources are
had.
low.
And now you've got Elon Musk.
New
There's there's
colonists have arrived.
there's always some. It's weird. It's weird. Interesting how it happens. But no, getting back to the Hungarians, there's a bunch of there's a bunch of inventions, even now in our day and age, that Hungarians are sitting on. Yeah, they've patented it, and they're protecting the product itself, uh, because they're either not getting paid its real worth. You know, they go to companies and say, "Oh, I have this, that, and the other." They either just want to pay them enough to shut them up and buy the technology and put it in a drawer, or they're not going to put it into production the way it really should be to for it to be to reach its its best potential. And then a lot of the Hungarian inventors, well, the ones that have a backbone at least, yeah, they sit on it because they're like, look, I'm not going to let this great thing go to waste if all you're going to do is buy it from me to shut my mouth up and put it in a drawer just so that you can protect your market share. And they can't find the right kind of investor to take it to market. Yeah, because that whole market structure is so tightly controlled. And one guy, well, at least the one that I know a little bit more of the story about, which you can actually, there's actually a film about him on Netflix, is I think he was a chemist, a doctor and a chemist, Beresh, Dr. Beresh. He came up with the Beresh drop, which is like the food supplement, you know, like a health supplement. And the things that he made, you can't get them in the world. Yeah, because the film goes into more detail about exactly what his story was, but he didn't he's got it patented and God knows what, and he didn't let it get out into the main world, into main production outside of Hungary because the the big pharma companies basically realized the potential of what it is that he had made and how strong and how good a product it was in helping to bolster the human immune system and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. That they basically made it impossible for him to bring it to market anywhere outside of Hungary. And even the only reason he was able to get it here in Hungary is because he had good enough political connections to get the pharmaceutical companies off his back in Hungary. It's an absolutely amazing product. Amazing. It's like like a CBD oil or something. You put a few drops in some water and you drink that every day, and it helps strengthen your immune system. And in Hungary, they've had it for like 40 or 50 years, but you can't buy it anywhere else in the world because the big pharma is basically paying to keep it off the market everywhere else in the world. And the only reason it's around is because it's Hungarian and he managed to save it here for the Hungarians. It's another one of those wonder things, yeah, like just like CBD oil or just like a whole bunch of other, um, what do they call them? Homeopathic things, yeah, using the extracts of plants and things as medicine. There's a reason why all those things, yeah, it's just you can't you can't make money off of it because it would be easy to grow, easy to extract, and easy to produce in large quantities. Yeah, and then you'd need to do very little research and development. You just get all these super plants from all over the place. You grow them, extract them, bottle them, and then say, "Here you go." And a whole bunch of people's ailments would be a lot better. But then they wouldn't be able to sell all of their drugs that they sell for like ridiculously extortionate prices. They wouldn't be making billions of dollars. Again, politics and greed. That's why I like the law, LORE law from Star Trek, because it that supposedly puts humanity in a light where they've been able to get past their petty differences and there's no money anymore and people basically do things for the betterment of their for their own peace so they find happiness and for the betterment of humanity. Yeah, you're doing things like science for the sake of doing science to bring about uh, improvements, yeah, to make the quality of life better for everyone. And just they're spurred on by achievements and getting results and not by how much money they're going to make. Like the world that Star Trek puts puts on a nice sci-fi platter is really probably the closest thing you could get to what would be a utopia for humanity. That's probably why I like it so much. Fuck Star Wars. Fucking mumbo jumbo midichlorians and the Force. Yeah, magic rolled up into science. And there's probably a whole hell of a lot more. What's that then? We define ourselves through our suffering or something. Yeah, 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 yeah. people have come to look upon things that are cliche as though it's a negative. It's a cliche because it's true. Yeah, 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 yeah. Exactly. The underlying the
Warning
underlying
received.
the underlying thing in all of the stories is the suffering and the trials of man, overcoming evil, and man's personal struggle with himself. Did we land there? Food? That was the electronics. Where's the food? Did they already eat all the food? You they they're gonna eat me out of house and home. Let's bring you some more food. There we go. And how many drones already? Only 9 drones. Come on, guys. Work a little faster, will you? God damn, we've got 23 unemployed people. What the hell? Well, that's starting to balance back out. But we've got way more people up in that dome than what we need. And we've got a whole bunch of places that are empty here. Yeah, look at that. And they move into the red. Okay, they moved in there. I want to upgrade that with service bots. They're not moving around enough. They're not moving to where they're actually needed quickly enough. I'm going to have to do a little bit more micromanagement to get them in the right place. So where is that security station? That's there, and we still need 7 people. And I believe there were some officers here. Oh, but they need officers here as well. Okay. Let's deal with these people first. The non-specialized ones. And scientist. Oh, we want scientists working in research buildings. Yeah, so you can come. Yeah, and work. This is the thing I dislike the most. The way to handle like micromanage the people. It's so much looking around the map all the time. You can come and move here. Yeah, see it empty basically. Are you actually going to move? You're actually going to move. Okay. Yeah. And then where else do we have a university? We have a university here. Where is it? Here, which is basically empty. And why do we have officers living here? Yeah, they're complaining about not living in the same dome that they work in, and free there's free housing here. Live there, and then you won't complain. Same with you. Live there, and then you won't complain. Let's look. some more. Where are we? Yeah, I have. Can you please move to the other dome already? I need your space. Yeah, live here. Good. And you move already. Okay, you have moved. Lovely. Thank you very much. Yeah, now we have 3 spaces here. Now we can bring in some of the non-specialized people down here. Yeah, you move there and you go to school there. Are you moving? Yes, you are. Okay, good. And then we'll grab the next one. And then you can move here and go to school here. And you're also moving. Good. And then we'll grab you. Do the same thing. Live here. Go to school here. And you're also moving. Okay, good. We don't have any space there. But for some strange and unknown reason, all the bloody engineers that work here live there. And there's houses free here. So let's see, where are you? Yeah, you're working there. So you can live there and then you won't complain anymore. And then you're also working there, so you can also live there and you won't complain as much. Polymer factory, yeah, that's also on the other side, so you can live
Sector
there
scanned.
and complain less. Small electronics factory, you can also live there and then you won't complain as much. Same thing, live there. And you can also live there. We have look, even that's completely empty. These engineers are all idiots. Yeah, you can live there. Then you can live there. Yeah, because if you look at them, it's stressed out, but look, it says, where is it? It doesn't say it now, or at least I can't see it here. But normally it will say, not working. We'll find another one that actually says it. Not worked outside the dome. Not working in the same, not living and working in the same dome, and it gives them a -10 negative effect. Yeah, but they won't think to move to an apartment that's actually empty in the same dome where they work. You've got to take time and do this one by one with every single one of them, and it's fucking annoying. Yeah, because when I'm finished, you'll see basically these two will be almost empty, almost empty. Yeah, because this is where the engineers are working. Yeah, these 3, 4 places, but they're all living over here. Yeah, live there. Now I'm going to basically empty out those apartments, and then there'll be more than enough space for a whole bunch of non-specialized people to come in that can go to the university. And then all of a sudden, we won't have a problem with skilled what is it, specialization people. If you let this get out of hand, it just slowly gets
Funding
worse,
received.
worse and worse and worse, because they don't pay attention to it themselves. This is the kind of thing that mods are needed for. I wouldn't mind if there was, oh, now I have a whole bunch of geologists that I'm not going to be able to give work because that deposit has dried up. How many geologists do we need there? We need some. Okay, we need some, so that won't be as big a problem. Yeah, and even that's nearly dry. That one isn't, so I guess we can put in another metal extractor here. Yeah. Then some of those geologists can come and work there. And what's that food? Lovely, just in time. That can go back to Earth. That can go back to Earth. And then we have more food there as well. Lovely. Okay, so the bottom two, these three have still got a lot of space in them. So we'll take you and make you live there. Take you and make you live there. And we'll take you and make you live there. You can live there. You can live there. You can live there. And we'll go back to the other apartment. Yeah, you can live there. You can live there. Oops, wrong guy. You can live there. Double check. Yeah, we've still got space. Plenty. You can live there. And it's just a whole bunch of micromanaging because the colonists don't figure it out by themselves. Yeah, now this apartment is basically empty, and then I can bring in a whole bunch of non-specialized people to go to the university that's almost empty. And the same thing here. Yeah, I freed up a whole bunch of space just because the engineers weren't moving to the right building by themselves. I could lock them out, technically. Yeah, I could just say on this dome, I don't want to have engineers here. But then when they retire, if there's a free space in this retirement home and he's an engineer, then he won't be allowed in. So it's a double-edged sword. You either do this micromanagement or you have to really localize how you handle them. Yeah, now I've got 51 vacant residential slots. So I can bring in a whole shitload of non-specialized people to go to the university. I don't know why we've got geologists and engineers working in a fucking farm. I guess they've got nowhere else to work, it seems. Then we'll open up this lab and let people in there. Yeah, I'd rather have you in a laboratory making my research higher than growing seeds, because we probably got botanists sitting somewhere doing something they shouldn't be doing. Yeah, that's one. That's four. Okay. That's all the botanists. That's full of medics. Yeah, okay. Hopefully that's going to be better. What do we have here? 29 unemployed. We have that few spaces in the university. And how many residential? 28 residential. So we can't get rid of any houses. I could remedy that in one shot, but that would basically mean getting rid of the amusement park, and that at least keeps them happy. Yeah, we'll get rid of one of these farms, and we'll have the farms only employ botanists. A passage? No, no. Oh, you mean when they connect? No, they'll share resources. So if you have water and oxygen and power connected to one of the domes, the passage will take those things to the next one,
Sector
but
scanned.
they still count as separate domes. So like here, where I've got these two connected, these are still separate domes,
Milestone
but
achieved.
this it just carries across the resources if you want. And I can now make liquid water possible on the surface of Mars. Isn't that marvelous? What's bad? That they count as separate domes. Yeah. You could make specialized domes. Thank you. You can make specialized domes, but the problem is the way the way in which the mechanic of the colonists work. It the basically the way it works. A colonist will only ever use one passage to get somewhere. So if you have three domes, yeah, you've got dome 1, 2, 3, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, and they're connected with passages. Colonists from here will never go into dome 3 because they'll only ever use one passage and then go back to their dome. So you have to set it up in a certain way, and there are negative effects. So you can't. It would be a lot more efficient if it would work in a positive way. You can't have a dome where they've just got their houses and places to eat and places to have fun, and then all of the work happens in another dome. Because if they live and work in separate domes, it gives them a negative effect. So you always have to uh, have a little bit of everything in all of the domes. Otherwise, they complain. Because if they used more than one passage and didn't complain about having to walk from one dome to another to go to work, it would be a hell of a lot easier. Because I tried it once. I tried it once. What I did, I made one of these mega domes, yeah, and I had passages leading off of each of these things, yeah, and I had the barrel domes. I think it was a mixture of barrel domes, and yeah, you could do it whichever way you wanted. The point is, if you do it that way, because of the way the colonists act, that you get negative effects. Because what I did is I had a big dome in the center, and I came off in every direction with a passage connecting to smaller domes, and even those smaller domes were connected together in a ring. Yeah, and I basically had all of the all of the houses and the entertainment and the places where they could eat and all that kind of stuff. That was all in the central dome. So they were nice and comfortable. It wasn't overcrowded. They had enough places to go and drink and eat and have fun and everything, all in the middle dome. And then each of the other domes was specialized to something. So like one had uh, a bunch of farms in it. The other one had a bunch of uh, uh, electronics parts factories in it, and so on. So I specialized it to each one, but they were always fucking depressed. Like their comfort and their morale was always down because of the negative effects that it puts on them. That they want to live and work in the same dome. If that wasn't the case, it would be really simple to make really interesting, uh, really interesting dome configurations. I mean, if you ask me, centralizing certain things seems like the more logical way of doing it. I mean, it's the way that we do things now. Yeah, you've got like suburbs and you've got industrial zones, and you've got shopping districts. Yeah, you should be able to do the exact same thing here without people complaining. Because I could probably find one to show you. There's got to be at least one of them that's still living and working in different domes. Let's see. Geologists, they're probably all botanists. Yeah, here you go. This geologist probably works. Is he working in this research lab? He's not working in the other research lab. Yeah, if I look at this geologist, no, he happens to be a happy person. That's strange. Okay.
Funding received.
Where are you? Han Hubble. What do you look like? Han Hubble. You have a goatee. Let's look for Mr. Goatee over here. Look, Mr. Goatee. If you highlight him, it says not working in home dome, -10. So if I take him, yeah, and I tell him to go live here, yeah, and he's moving here now, it'll say once he's moved over, that not working in home dome will go away. But because of those negative effects, you can't get them living and working in different domes. There's no way to keep them happy enough to be successful if you do it that way. Even though, if you ask me, that seems like the most logical way to really go about it. I would have made so many really cool dome configurations if that was possible. Yeah, exactly. I mean, to be quite honest, they probably did that on purpose to make it that much more difficult. So that's another thing that you have to manage about them. It's another one of those weird things that the developers introduced just to introduce a little bit more difficulty. Hmm. I was going to put another university here, wasn't I? So we have fewer unskilled people. Where are the most unemployed people? Let's have a look. That's got 22. So yeah, more than half of them are here. Yeah, and that's because of all the geologists I just had to lay off. So let's see if I can move all of those geologists up here. I still need 3 there. Yeah, I don't want unspecialized people working in that when I've got geologists doing nothing. Yeah, where are you? You're down here. You see, this is what's annoying about it. To do this, yeah, there isn't really any other way to do this properly. I've got geologists living here, and I want them to work up here, but I have to physically do this all the time to get them to move. Like, there's no way to properly control them from here in an easy way. So I have to go, okay, over here, that extractor has open spaces. Okay. Then I'll go and select that geologist. I want you to work, and I have to scroll all the way back again. And then I want you to work there, and I want you to live there. Yeah, and I have to do that with absolutely every single one of them. There's no way to like easily do it with a lot of people, or even through a control screen. I have to physically do it all the time. Yeah, you go and work there. Is there even? Oh, there's no more free space there. Where is there free space? Are these all full? God, I've got so many unskilled people. here. I need to get rid of those first. Yeah, I need you to move all the way down here. Yeah, and then you can go to university there. Yeah, now we go back again and we select another one. I want you to come live here and go to school here. And then I want you to live here and go to school here. And then just rinse and repeat until you start pulling your hair out. Well, I can leave some of them there because that university is going to take a lot of them. "90 vacant residential slots."
Research complete.
Home Collective. Oh, at last. This is nice. You add this upgrade to all of the houses, and it puts the comfort level up 10. So then where is it? Yeah, this comfort is average on average 88. That'll probably go easily well above 90 when they're actually nice and comfortable at home. Ah, now I'm thinking about it. I should have put that stupid drone assembler, this thing. I should have put it down here. So I've got a whole bunch of empty space here and people doing nothing. Never mind. The larger domes and eventually the capital help solve a lot of problems. I'm just thinking if it's actually worth doing all of this micromanagement and maybe just getting rid of those domes, getting rid of this, and starting a new little system up here. We can get all of these people to move in there, and I can assign them to where I really want and need them. The only thing that's oh oh what happened? Oh, we had a Mars quake. There, you see that three damaged buildings. Which ones were damaged? Yeah, I know, I get it. Just tell me which buildings were damaged. Oh, and we captured the ice asteroids, so the water went up 5%. The only thing that you can do where you specialize a dome is really children. Yeah, so you can have one dome that has the nursery, the school, and the university, and then you set it so uh, that's the only dome where children are allowed. So whenever children are born in other domes, they go into that dome. So they go into the nursery, and they go to school there, and then they finish the university there. But then as soon as they're trained, you set the filter so that really only the absolute bare minimum of people is needed there. So uh, you need in a dome some sort of medical facility. So you set it, let's say, so only unspecialized people and medics are allowed in the dome. So as soon as they become adults and they get trained in the university and they become, let's say, an engineer, then they're not allowed to stay in that dome anymore, and then they automatically move out. So the children and the education is about the only thing that you can effectively separate into a dome. Oh look, toxic rain. See, it's raining on Mars, but it's toxic. And then wherever the average soil quality is 2% and the highest is 80, while the toxic rain is falling, this will go down. So the toxic rain affects the soil quality, but the toxic rain will eventually give way to clean rain. You just have to keep getting these stats higher and higher. Yeah, and you see we're already getting a terraforming boost. So the large wind turbines are producing 2% more power because of the terraforming. And as that goes higher and higher, the terraforming boost will go higher and higher. So the water system should be the same. Yeah, you see, it's getting a 5% boost. So instead of making 1.5, it's making 1.6. And the higher you get the terraforming, the higher that boost will go. Yeah, I'll have to look around after the toxic rain because it leaves these big pools of sludge, like
Sector scanned.
tox-
Anomaly found.
toxic sludge, which you have to go and clean up. Oh, he's back from doing something. You're ready to go to Earth with exports. You're almost ready. So we'll bring in some more food again. I won't have to do this for long. Probably by the time I finish today's session, the the terraforming should be high enough, and I should have enough research done that I'll be able to plant the outside farms. Then the food situation will be solved.
Unbiased information is essential to proper development. Still, people find it hard to understand that skewed information corrupts their conclusions. In contexts of social importance, like in the Mars Project, information
So we get back to micromanaging these idiots.
with scientifically based information.
How much? We've only got 2 space left there now, so we have to put them somewhere else. Botanists.
In between good songs, like this one, for instance.
What do we have a lot of here? Yeah, the vast majority of the unemployed people are unspecialized and geologists because we closed those extractors where a whole bunch of geologists were employed, and we've got we had more people being born than what the universities could handle. That's open, so more of them can go there to train. There we go. More of them went in there. These service buildings are all automated, aren't they? That one isn't. Yeah, we'll automate that. Okay, nice. We'll turn that on like that. I'm going to leave the unemployed. I'm going to leave the unemployed situation for now because where are we? Where's this one? The universities are more or less full, and there are still a couple of places. Yeah, there are still places that need specialists. Yeah, I'm going to leave that as it is. There's not really a lot I can do with the geologists. I need geologists up here, but I don't have space to actually house them. So we'll just get them working at whatever it is that they can work at. But I've got engineers working in a security post instead of officers. I'd much rather have you working in a research lab so that you make me more research. If you're going to do something outside of your specialization, then let's have a look. 30. Well, if we've got so many engineers here. How many? 11 unemployed. Yeah, but the vast majority of them are no specialization. Okay, we'll turn service bots off there.
Funding received.
Yeah, then at least those people are employed. And then we have some people here. So we'll turn service bots off there. And that'll employ more people. And then if we do the same thing here, that'll employ more people. And then basically the only ones left are the extra geologists we had left over. Yeah, and we could even do the same thing there. And there we go. There we go. And now the 40 plus unemployed has gone down to 6, and that's going to go down to 0 soon when they manage to figure out where they want to work. Engineer, 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 okay. That dome's balanced again. Yeah, I have a surplus of engineers. There's not really a lot I can do about that. Geologist. Turn that off to let more people work there. Yeah, and then this is another place. We'll turn service bots off there. There we go. 0 unemployed. We'll just have to let things balance out again. 1. Ah, there you go. 0. Once the surplus of specialized people have died, and the universities have been able to handle the balance of where specialized people are needed, we should be back on track again. It'll take 30 or 40 souls to do that. I could micromanage the hell out of it, but then I'd probably just spend the next 4 hours moving people from dome to dome to get it all worked out. That's the kind of micromanaging I don't like doing. I'll get them working, yeah, so that they're at least housed and employed. And yeah, they'll be unhappy working in a job that isn't their specialization, but the whole colony thing is a marathon. It's going to have peaks and valleys. And okay, we're in one of the valleys now where there's going to be more, what is it? More annoyed people. But once those annoyed people get old and die off, the universities have started to help bring the balance back, and then more people will be happy and we'll be up on another peak again. And if you can hold on to that peak, then it's okay. It's basically finding the balance of how to keep everyone at that peak for as long as possible. Yeah. That's ready for export. That doesn't have exports turned on, and that doesn't have exports turned on. We'll just get rid of them. So I have somewhere to land the food. This is why I like this, probably, because I mean things like Sim City, you can turn certain options on and off to limit the number of things you have to micromanage. But there's so much. You can go into so much detail on the micromanagement of everything that you just get lost. It seems more like a management game than a building game. But here, you can build and do a little bit of micromanagement as long as you have the main things balanced. The rest will sort itself out. But if you really want to, if that's the kind of person you are, and you like
Funding
and you
received.
like the micromanagement, you can really go in deep and do as much as
Our
you want.
initial spectrographic analysis confirmed it. Chromium. To find such a rich deposit of such a rare metal. Important was an understatement.
Let's study the chromium deposit because that will reduce the cost of our engineering techs by 10%. That's worth more in the long run. Okay, now let's look around for. Yeah, you see? There's a whole bunch of them. Damn, that's a lot. Let's get our. Where are you? Our RC commanders. You see, you see this here, the green stuff. I'm not terraforming there, and that green stuff is this toxic pool, like sludge. So you have to send an RC commander there, yeah, and then the drones will get out and they'll clean it up. If you leave it there, it will lower the quality of the soil and things won't grow as well. And there's another one over here. We'll send you here to clean that up. And there was another one. Where is it? Over here on this hill. Yeah, but I think they're already cleaning that. It's close enough to the base that the drones reach. They're cleaning that one already. Any more? I don't see any more. The rest are. Oh no, that's it as well. Oh look, it's two of them even. Okay, we'll bring the drones up here, and then they can clean these two. That's it, I think. Have a look around. Yeah, nothing there. That's that one. Nothing here. That's lichen. Yeah, okay, that's it. Oh no, shit, there's a big one right in the middle of the fucking base. But they're cleaning it. Okay, nice. I thought that was I thought that was terraformed lichen. It was so close to the place where I am terraforming. Oh, there was a guy on YouTube I was watching. He I can't for the life of me remember the name of him. I didn't subscribe to him or anything. He had a bunch of good surviving Mars videos. He'd usually make a colony, and he'd play like one map for a really long time. Like he'd be in like multiple thousands of souls, where he'd got to a point where he's got more than enough resources, and he'd just be terraforming the place, like proper. Like, on a map like this, for him, the end game would be terraforming this place so this plateau was properly nice and square, yeah, with ramps and tunnels and all kinds of stuff, and he'd have things really specialized. So he'd have a big fuel refinery place. So all of his fuel refiners would be there, and he'd have a place for storage with shuttle hubs next to it, and a place to store metal, and a place to store this, and a place to store that. And he'd really get it, and then he'd build the domes, and he'd really just build it step by step. So he'd put in, an electronics factory, and then have enough housing for the people that work there, and put in enough services for them that they were all happy. And he'd build it like building by building. When the workers of one factory were housed and happy, then he'd build another factory and do the same for that. And he'd leave a dome as it is, with maybe only two factories inside and enough services for everyone that everyone is perfectly happy. And he'd have those domes automated and set up with filters. So if it was a factory dome, only engineers were allowed inside. Yeah, so he wouldn't even have any medic stations there. The colonists would have to go to another dome for the medic, which makes that negative effect that I was talking about before, where you don't have them living and working in the same dome. But he offset their displeasure of that with keeping them happy in all other sectors. So it's doable, but it takes such a level of micromanagement, and it takes so long to get to that point. A lot of people don't do it. You basically have to play. You basically have to play one map for literally months, and build up everything step by step to be able to keep things at that level. Oh, I have a bunch of drones ready, so we can add some more there, so they clean things up quicker. They're still cleaning that slowly but surely. Yeah, we'll take the strain off of you and give you some more drones, and you with some more drones. Make that 45. Make that 40. Yeah, and then we still have 4 more left. You're okay. You're okay, but we'll give you that other 4 drones. There we go. Okay, good. Yeah, officers are always the last thing to get trained. Universities tend to concentrate more on the other main trades like the engineers and medics. You can set it, yeah, so instead of it being automatic, you can tell it what you want to train, but then you really have to pay attention to it. Otherwise, you'll end up having more of a certain
Funding
specialization
received.
than what you really need. And they're really taking a long time to clean that. Never mind. Okay, the seeds seem to be in an okay situation. I really only need. Oh, okay, nice. The resilient vegetation's almost done. And then, oh, we can outsource some more because we have monies to outsource. And then there, the domeless farming is really good. I'll put the domeless farming. Let's see where the soil quality is nice and high. Oh, I can look at it with this, can't I? I just do that. This doesn't have lichen selected everywhere. There we go. Same with you. Like so. That's okay. And that we need to set. There we go. With, yeah, turn that on again. 63%. 58%. 61. Yeah, that toxic rain really hit the terraforming hard, because a lot of places were at 80%. The toxic rain knocked it down nearly 20%. So I think because that's well covered with drone hubs, and these guys hardly ever do anything, we'll probably put the outside farms over here. Like we'll have one here, and we'll have one here, and the outside farms themselves help increase the soil quality, so that'll go faster, and that'll help increase the number of seeds we have as well. There we go. That, yeah, I thought as much. Setting the farms to produce seeds was a good idea. We're producing 12 but only consuming 5. Yeah. And as soon as I get... Oh. Food. We have food. I just didn't land it yet. As soon as we get those outside farms put down, probably 10 or 15 souls after that, and we won't have to import a single piece of food. Those things will produce so much. I'll just... in about 2 or 3 hours, I'll be looking for where I can store my food. I'll have so much of it. We'll give you some more drones. Cleaning up all that nasty sludge. Have they finished here? No, not here also. Or here. Oh, he hasn't even got there yet. He's still driving there. Sweet.
Resources are low.
No, they're not. We just landed 250 food.
Research complete.
There we go. Resilient vegetation. Now, if I had the open farm researched, I'd already be able to put it down, because this resilient vegetation halves the amount of water and temperature it
Sector
needs.
scanned. Anomaly found.
Ooh, anomaly found. What kind of anomaly? Oh, a breakthrough. Yeah, the previous one was a breakthrough as well. What did we get? Oh, it must have been more technology. I don't have any new breakthroughs. Anything to help me? Sleep? No, I don't care about that. Landscaping? No. No. No, I'm not going to research those right now. Domeless farming. Yep, that's on the way. Nice. Water, yeah, water conservation. So domes need. Geoscape. The geoscape dome is nice. That would be the more logical choice for the next dome. That's really big. It's even bigger than the mega dome, and it's got like land formations around the edge of it, like rocks and everything, to make it look more like a Earth-like landscape inside the dome. That's what I wanted. Adapted vegetation. Yeah. Bushes and trees. Because bushes and trees will actually give you seeds when they grow.